Hey everybody, Luxinda Swirl here. Today we are going to do some more resin on a cup. Instead of a tumbler, we have a wine cup. It is here. I bought a box of these off Amazon. They are 12-ounce tumblers. They already come painted in white or black. I got a mixed box, so I have 3 of each. I pulled out one of the ones that's painted in black. I'll show you that. Taped off the rim so it won't get epoxied. And I spray painted it anyway with my Rust-Oleum black. Rust-Oleum black. Now, I follow the guidelines of Miss Kiss Creations. I'll link to her channel below. Definitely watch her videos. And she recommends not using semi-gloss or gloss spray paints for the base coat on a tumbler. I didn't really have a lot of choice. This was what my local Home Depot had the day I went in. So I grabbed this one, I spray painted it on here. We are going to see what happens. If I end up getting fish eyes, meaning the resin won't stick to certain spots, then I'll have to wait and let it dry, sand it down, and apply a second coat. And you'll know that happens because you'll see it here in the video. If it behaves well right now when we put on the first coat, then I will just go ahead with what I'm going to show you in this video. Here's the deal. Once I start mixing the resin, I will be wearing my respirator and my goggles. And the fans will be on and the ventilation system will be on. You will not be able to hear much of anything, so I will just not talk. I will probably even mute it so you don't have to listen to the fans or the dogs outside that are particularly loud today. I'm only going to be mixing up 20 milliliters of resin. So I've got myself a little cup and I marked off the 10 milliliter line and the 20 milliliter line so that I know where to pour the resin, and then I'll mix it together using just a piece of a skewer, and it may be more than I need. I need a good coat of resin on here so that the alcohol inks I'm going to use will have room to move around. But at the same time, this is a pretty small tumbler, so I don't know if we'll need the whole 20 mils or not. This is what I'm using today for my color. This is another package of Tim Holtz Ranger alcohol inks that I bought just like this off of Amazon. I will link to it below along with all the other items I'm using today. Let me open it. So this package also comes with some nice applicator tools that I will keep for another time. I don't think I'll be using those today. Now these are all the colors. This is their brown set. So these are all the colors I will be using for this. So I have ginger, espresso, which as you can imagine is an extremely dark brown, butterscotch, sepia, caramel, latte, and teak wood. So those are all of my browns. I will be using all of those at different times. You'll just see me dropping drops, and you might be able to see where the drops fall on the resin. You won't be able to see the colors. There's a reason for that. It will become obvious later, so just hang with me, and I might fast forward through certain portions. The other alcohol ink I am going to use is the Pinata White Blanco. That will make the colors stand out better. I don't normally advocate drops of white, as you know. I don't like them in my coasters, but for this particular effect we're going for today, this is what I have to use. So I will be using this after I totally cover this with all the different browns. Alright, so I'm going to put my gear on and mix my resin, and I will try and make this as interesting to watch as possible. Stay tuned for the end because that's when the fun happens. Hey everyone. Okay, so here is our tumbler the next day. I think it's beautiful. It is not exactly, you hear me say this a lot, don't you? It's not exactly what I had in mind. I think below, or definitely below in the description, I will not only link to Miss Kiss Creations channel, which everybody should check out, but I will also link to the specific video that I watched to get the idea for this. And I think, well, there's my doggy in the background. Sorry about that. I think if you watch that, she did blues, I did browns, so obviously it's going to be a little different, but you'll get an idea for what I was going for, even more so than this. And I think one of the things I didn't do, and I hate to say it, you know how I feel about Pinata White, but I think I needed to do, or to use more drops of Pinata White in this. I was a little nervous, not only about overdoing the white, but about putting so many drops of alcohol ink in general on this whole thing that it would somehow, I don't know, ruin the epoxy and never set up because it would be so flooded with alcohol. Clearly that did not happen. It is cured perfectly. It is like glass. It's beautiful. But I didn't get as many clouds in my coffee as I was hoping for. That was really what I was going for, was that line, clouds in my coffee. And I think I got some. I mean, this is just really, really pretty, but I wanted more. So I think I needed to make sure every single area was covered with multiple browns and then a lot more white. If any of you have tried this style of cup, please let me know down in the description how yours turned out, problems you had, suggestions you have for me as to what I might do differently next time. Let me know what you think. I really want to hear. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks, everyone.